There we go. We're live, babe.
All right.
Okay. So we're here at our favorite restaurant. Three sisters, and we're eating chips and salsa. That's
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
answer questions I have not seen yet.
Yes. These are questions about the movie that we just saw with
Yes.
Team Select. I mean, not Team Select. Kids Crossing, our foster agency, got us a private screening for Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne.
Great movie.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
Hey, who do you think would like this movie? Like, what kind of person's gonna enjoy this movie?
Anyone thinking about fostering is gonna like this movie. It's very realistic.
Very realistic.
I think expecting mothers might like this movie and get something out of it.
Yeah.
I think it's good, and I think the other people that really need to see this movie is family members of a foster adopt family. Matter of fact, I think I put that first on my list. It's very hard to describe what a person goes through when they're going through the things that the movie. Are we saying the name of the movie?
We can say the movie. Instant Family.
Instant Family. Very, very realistic to what happens in most ways.
Okay. Who wouldn't like it? Do you think anybody wouldn't like this movie? Is there somebody you think would be offended by it, or there's a little language in the movie? Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, and
There's
that's
a little language. It's not a ton, but
it's not going
it's
to be.
definitely there.
It's not going to be a movie that you're going to go see with your church group. They do drop the F-bomb in this movie,
it is a good movie, but it is not for children.
and our children did not see it. They
No.
were watching a different movie at
Yes.
the same time.
And we will link the review to that movie also. They watched Ferdinand,
Yeah,
and they thought that was awesome.
I think
And it was amazing having someone else watch the kids while we went and saw the movie.
it really was. I think overall, everybody's going to like this movie. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. It's got action. It's I don't cry at movies. I cried at this movie.
It's a tearjerker a few times. It's a tear, and you don't know what's going to happen. And at the very end, you're like, "Which way will this go?" And we've
I
been both of those
suspected.
places.
Be it living the life, I suspected where it was going.
You felt it coming.
Yeah, I felt it coming.
Yeah. Okay. So, what were we talking about in the car on the way home? What was the one thing that really stood out to you?
I mean, after we talked about the language in the movie,
How did you talk about the language of the movie?
what did we talk about? I felt some parts of the movie weren't realistic enough, like social workers.
Yeah, the social workers are so nice in the movie.
I remember mentioning that on the way home. Yeah, the social workers, they sit down with you and they have weekly meetings where they go over your needs. Yeah, that never happened for us at all.
And the support group, I thought it was a great part of the movie. It was a great scene to watch, but we never experienced that.
Yeah, and social workers are generally not as friendly as those ones were, but
Some are.
They're
Some
so
are.
overworked, at least in Colorado, that they don't have time. I mean, they have 40 kids each. They're not in a great mood, and everything's very rushed.
That's true.
It's not take your time, and
Yeah.
maybe eventually.
Tell us how
I mean,
it
it's
feels.
yeah,
How are
it's-
you feeling about this?
it's like we have kids, and we're bringing them over right now. See in 5 minutes.
What was the most touching part? You said you cried. I cried like twice, I think. I may have cried 3 times.
I cried.
It was good though.
Well,
What was the most touching thing?
Not to ruin anything, but
Yeah, don't give away the ending.
in the movie there's a teenager that they adopt, which they
foster.
They foster, and they
Right.
are the hardest by far. And this was a strong-willed child, and to see her defenses break down when she saw the love that this family was willing
To give to her siblings.
give to her and her brother and sister, to see her world come to the reality that these people really do care about me. Just thinking about it almost makes me want to cry. It was just...
There is a moment where she realizes this could be a good thing.
Yeah, maybe the world isn't out to get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a wonderful movie and a funny movie too.
So funny. Which character did you feel like you were most like? Mark Wahlberg or Rose Byrne?
Mark Wahlberg, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. He.
But I don't know. I think you're kind of like Rose Byrne.
I saw myself in both of them, honestly.
Because you've let your mouth get you in trouble.
Oh,
we're in meetings.
More than one occasion. Yes, I have.
And she's hysterical. She comes out with the funniest lines, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, she just said that." Okay, that was pretty funny.
That was me. Yeah, I saw myself in both of them. Mark Wahlberg trying to be the perfect dad, wants to play catch. Kid ends up in the hospital. Yeah,
that was great.
Been there.
It was awesome. Okay, and how do you feel like it relates to adoption, fostering? Do you think it did a good job portraying that?
Really did a great job portraying that. You know, the perfect foster family. Our idea of what it is before you go into it is these poor kids, they need a home.
We're gonna be the saviors of the universe.
Saviors for these children.
We're gonna do an amazing thing. That's what we're gonna do.
And there's a part in the movie where they contemplate briefly. You know,
what have we done to ourselves?
We could give them back. Say we tried to work it out.
We've ruined ourselves.
And I remember thinking that, but like in the movie, thinking, you know, we're never gonna do that.
Yeah. But there's
yeah.
the best scene. I think the best scene for me was when they're sitting on the bed and they're looking at each other going, "What'd we do? We've ruined ourselves."
Then their honeymoon period after they got them, they're like, "Oh, things are great. Our kids are wonderful." Until reality sets in, and they're like, "Maybe we can get them back." I remember thinking that way.
We can take them back. No one will know.
I don't think that way anymore, but I remember thinking that.
Yeah, there are times, there are moments. Okay, so you would recommend this movie?
I wish it didn't have such foul language.
What would you give it? A 1 through 10? 1, skip it. 10 out of 10, would see again. What do you think?
A solid 8, maybe a 9. Only for language. If it didn't have language, I'd give it a perfect 10. It really was realistic. If the social workers were a little meaner, not that, and we've had great social workers and a few bad ones, but just portraying the nice ones, I don't think is. I think that's the only part that wasn't very realistic. These are overworked, very
and they have a
tired,
great
long-hour
support
people.
system. Every time anything happened, there was all these people, and I thought, dude, where were those people for us?
Yeah, those people didn't exist.
No.
Maybe they did.
Maybe
in other places they do.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just didn't know where to go. I don't know.
That's entirely possible.
Or maybe we were just overworked.
We were so exhausted when they came up with, "Hey, there's a support group." We were like, "You want to go?" I can't do a support group. Can you do a support group?
One more thing to go to?
Do I have to get dressed for that?
Yeah, can you go in your pajamas? Are we hosting?
Do we have to take the kids?
Yeah. Oh, well, that was the other thing. You take the kids everywhere. Mm-hmm. Your new life is, of course, most people don't adopt and foster 5 or more that we've had over the years, so...
We've had 7 at a time. 7 foster people, little people, bigger people at a time.
Yeah, we were crazy.
We went through it.
Yeah, I'm great.
Me too.
I wasn't when we started.
7 years ago, I had dark, silky hair. Now it's gray.
We earned every one of these.
Yeah, we did. All right, I love you, babe.
I love you.